Hi, Amy. This is Misty with Cancerian Chronicles. So we are going to go ahead and just jump into your personal reading. So let's get started and let's see what your messages are. Okay, messages for Amy. And I was guided to 6 card decks for you. So I don't know if the number 6 is important, but it's just an, oh geez, an FYI. So the first card that popped out, and I'm not going to take it because I don't take cards when they fall on the floor, but it has building blocks. So this is something about a foundation, perhaps. I'm hearing something about on solid ground. So you may feel like, you're not on solid ground, or there's something that's like something in the atmosphere, something to do with your foundation, something that you're trying to get to the bottom of with this truth be told. Yeah, and then all that glitters. As if you feel like there's, I'm hearing the word false start, so I don't know if that's important for you. But you feel like maybe someone is being deceptive or dishonest, and it has something to do with, I'm hearing something about support system. Okay, let's see what goes on with that, because we're not keeping that card, but okay, do we keep that? Okay, so I'm getting a yes for this. Yeah, the first card for you that we're keeping, it is Fork in the Road. And at the bottom, there is the question why with milk and honey at the top. So it feels like there's some type of situation that you thought was going to, it just feels like something is headed in the opposite direction from what you expected. You thought that something was going to lead you to like some type of, ultimate fulfillment or happiness. And now it's like things are just not working out, and there seems to be a little bit of confusion as to why that is. I'm hearing something about like, where did I go wrong? Something about a wrong turn. Yeah, regeneration, and we have a leg up. A leg up always makes me feel like, ancestor type vibes. So, and with this regeneration, it may be that there was something that you were working on in the past that didn't pan out quite the way that you thought. You are about to receive some type of assistance with that. So it's kind of like if it wasn't very successful previously, I'm getting the vibe, or I'm getting the sense of like, now, I'm hearing it's free to move about the cabin, right? So it's kind of that energy of like, it's okay for you to go ahead and move forward as planned. It's kind of like some obstacles are being removed. Some type of blocks or something like that. And so I don't know if there's something that you kind of put on the back burner because things weren't working out. Maybe you lost your sense of why, or, like why you were doing something when things just like maybe you weren't making enough progress, or you felt like you weren't making enough progress. And so you're being asked to, it feels like you're being, I kind of see someone rummaging through like some boxes, like you're meant to take something back out. And it's kind of like, like someone blowing the dust off of something. Yeah. And then here we go with the fates, which, unlike the leg up, a leg up makes me think of like ancestors. When I see the fates, it makes me feel like, some type of spiritual guides, like, maybe angels or something like that. And then at the top, it's like tick-tock. So it feels like perhaps, previously, like you weren't ready, or it just wasn't quite time. Perhaps you were not making time for something, but now it's like you're about to receive quite a bit of assistance, and I'm getting the sense of like it's time, right? It's time for you to proceed, like to move forward as planned. So yeah, and let me see if we get one more, because I just kind of put those together. Messages. Yeah, we have clean it up. Clean it up. That's interesting. And then at the bottom, there is round and round. And we have new life. So it's like there's something that you need to work on to spruce up, clean up a little bit. I don't know if there's some type of bad habit, like a repeated cycle with this round and round, something that you continue to do that's really not like in your best interest, or that could have been, you know, what led to, I'm hearing like the downfall of whatever the situation was. It played a part in that. And it's like now you have the opportunity to clean up, like you're working on, or you're being guided to work on some type of habits to clean that up. And what you're going to see is a whole new world, a whole new life is like right there waiting for you. So let me see. Let me ask a question real quick. This is something to do with something that you're meant to work on. So this could be like if you work a 9 to 5, or if you were working on a business or starting a business, like that's really what this feels like. So I don't know if you feel like, you know, you were having a rough time or something like that when it comes to something that you're working on, but it really feels like this has something to do with, you know, work or business or something to that effect. Okay. Of course, it could be relationship, but I'm getting more of the sense of like this right here has to do with something with work. Okay. Let's see messages. Okay, we have one that flipped over. Yeah, we have the producer plant. I don't know if there was someone, I'm being guided to like, it's kind of like her face there, and you know, with her with the little earbud, it feels like maybe there was someone in your ear. It could even be yourself, right? It could have been something to do with like your own negative thoughts or something. Maybe you didn't feel like, I don't know, something to do with being vulnerable, like you didn't want to be vulnerable or something like that with whatever this is. Or maybe you felt like, you know, too vulnerable at the time. It's possible that there was like, you know, maybe a love interest, you know, a significant other or someone that could have actually been like, you know, saying things to that led to like some type of doubt or something, like you weren't being supported. You know, someone questioning what you were doing, and it had you like in your head. It's kind of like, you know, seeds of doubt. Oh, wow. Yeah, seeds of doubt being implanted. And here we have the villain. Yeah. This person, whoever this was, you know, they were not acting in your best interest is essentially what I'm getting. And whoever this person is, this may have been someone that you have strong feelings for. Like I said, it could have been a lover, love interest. It could have been, you know, it could be a family member even, you know, I don't know. Yeah, and at the top is insecure. Someone was like planting some type of doubt or something in your head. We have some cards that are flipped over. They're not. Butterfly and hometown. I don't know if someone was trying to get you, like keep you from transforming into, you know, kind of like with this butterfly, right? Like trying to get you to keep you from, you know, like sprouting your wings, so to speak, from transforming and leaving like home, leaving home, your hometown. Something to do with that. Like they didn't want you to go anywhere. They wanted you to question your decisions. I don't know. Okay, what else? Oh, wow. Yeah, we have what flipped over and out is sent home under this regeneration. I mean, just like this person, it's back to like looking at how this person is like in their head. And I feel like that's more of like your energy. Like you feel like you were shut out of something, or like I said, like something just wasn't going right. And here this woman is again, and she has that same little smirk on her face with the producer. It's like someone is watching you and taking notes of like how to push your buttons, so to speak. Yeah, because they don't want, like, someone didn't want you to know who you were, like with this beauty queen. They didn't want you to realize something. They didn't want you to, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, look at this. It's funny when I'm trying to shuffle, this producer goes in reverse. Because like I said, this leg up, it feels like ancestors or someone is stepping in on your behalf. So whoever this person is or was, I feel like either they're being kind of shuffled out of your life. If they haven't been already, they will be. Or it's like, I'm hearing, I saw the sun. You're about to see them in like a new light, and another light. You're going to see them for who they really are. You're going to see that, you know, someone or something just wasn't in your best interest, right? Like it could even be like, it doesn't have to be specifically a person. It could be, you know, just like the job, the career field that, you know, that you were in. Oh, wow. So I have to keep all of these before I flip them over. Okay. Yeah, we have keep it chill. And it really feels like you're meant to, like they're wanting you to pick something back up, but like don't be so in your head about it. It's kind of like just have faith, right? Just do whatever it is that you need to do. But don't, you know, just kind of, I'm here to take a chill pill, right? So just, you know, make sure that you just know that you believe, that you trust, and then just take those steps and continue to move forward. We have here the bitch, right? And this makes me feel like for you to clean this mess up or whatever this is, like you're going to have to step into a whole new vibe, into a whole new type of energy. I'm getting the sense of like off with their head. Like you're going to have to be like more of this type of Queen of Swords type energy where you're quick to cut someone off if they're like, I'm hearing either you're for me or you're against me. So any person or anything or situation that is not for your good, you're going to have to go ahead and cut it out. I'm getting the sense of like you are meant to just focus more on what is for you, what is in your best interest. What makes you feel good. And I'm also like really drawn to these heels, like what makes you look good, what makes you feel good, what makes you feel sexy, what builds up your confidence. That could be what it is that you're cleaning up. So it could be related to work, like I said, work or business, and you're cleaning up like your whole level of confidence, like you're taking your self-esteem and your confidence back once and for all. Yeah, because what you are going to realize is like, here we go with competition with this Five of Roses. And here's that caregiver right underneath, like this Queen of Flutes, someone that you were looking at as like a person that's meant to love and support you. They really were like in some type of competition with you. And you may not have been aware of that. Like you may have been just like, I don't know. I'm getting the sense of like with this daydreamer, it feels like illusions. I'm hearing the word illusionist. Someone was making you think or feel that they were in your corner when the whole time they absolutely were not. Yeah. We have a single mom at the top, and it makes me feel like you thought that this was like a team, like you were working as a team or something like that. But really, someone was all about themselves, and you were meant to make sure that you're taking care of yourself, and that's your guidance. So the next deck is actually that I was guided to, because I was given like the specific decks and the specific order. So this might break this up a little bit, because this is the Blind Spot Oracle deck. And I was guided to pull a card. So for your next portion. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and see what this blind spot is. Something that you need to be aware of. Okay. Oh, wow. Yeah, we're not taking all of those. Okay, I'm being guided to look at them. But it's this one. So we have 68 is your card, correct? Okay, 68 is your card. And we're going to go ahead and look that one up. And then the other two, it feels like these are just kind of like some type of, I'm going to look at like what they mean, and that might be important for some reason. Okay, so we'll see. So the card is number 68 is the card that we're guided to for you. And 68 is, it says self-harm. So it says, if you've drawn this card, you're currently self-harming. And this self-harming you engage in is not benefiting you or anyone else in the situation. Instead, it's keeping you stuck. There's always a positive motive for our self-harming behavior. We might, and I think this is kind of like self-sabotage. I know it sounds like a little, like self-harm. This makes me feel like it's more like self-sabotage, right? Which, is harming yourself. But it says we might be telling ourselves that if we punish ourselves, we will never make the same mistake again, or that we can do penance and be more likely to restore a sense of our own goodness. We might be using self-harm as a white flag. If we grew up in a antagonistic household, we often learn that if we wounded ourselves, other people would no longer have any occasion to wound us. We might be constantly criticizing ourselves, thinking that the criticism will cause us to maintain perfection in our performance. You may be blaming yourself for something that wasn't your fault, just to avoid the powerless feeling of being a victim, or to stay close to and feel connected and loved by the person who hurt you. We might actually be hurting ourselves physically in some way, or we may simply be making decisions that harm us in favor of other people's best interests. These are just a few examples of how we might be self-harming ourselves. If you've drawn this card, become aware of how you are harming yourself in this scenario. You may benefit by asking yourself the question, what would someone who loves themselves do? Okay, so that is something that you may not be aware of. It's kind of like punishing yourself, either so no one else has the capability to hurt you, or, kind of harming yourself or sabotaging your success or what it is that you want, because you're putting someone else's needs before your own, right? And we talked about like you need to clean something up. And this means you being in this particular energy where it's all about you, right? Like what is going to suit you, what is going to benefit you, rather than looking at, other people. So I'm going to flip these over and I'm going to see how these relate. But we have 12 and 3. So let me start off with 12 and we'll look and see what that one is. Yeah, your goodness is what this one is. So your goodness was that one. And then let me see what 3 says. Their motives. Oh, wow. That really feels like, again, to like there's someone, it feels like there's someone kind of, this is someone that you love, someone that you care about, and you didn't know that they were like in some type of competition with you, or, you know, they were like in your ear, but it wasn't like for your best interest. It's kind of like it was, you know, it was really whatever was going to suit them, what was going to suit their needs, what was in their best interest. And it's kind of like, because you're such a good person, because you're such a kind-hearted person, this is why they were able to get away with it. Like, you weren't able to see their motives, especially with this blind spot oracle deck. You're not able to see this person's motives because of you're such a good, kind-hearted person. It's kind of like when you're a good person at heart, when your intentions are always good, it's hard to see that other people are not the same way. Okay. So that is not really beneficial to you. It's like those rose-colored glasses, that type of thing where you're seeing everything like, you know, everyone's great. Everyone, you know, everyone loves everyone. But the truth of the matter is that, like, while we would like to believe that, that's not always really the case. And don't let that kind of blind you to like reality of what's going on, like right underneath your nose is kind of the sense that I'm getting. Okay. I hope that that makes sense for you. Okay. So we have 3 other decks that I was guided to. So let's see what these, what we're going to get from these. This is the Akashic. Okay. Messages for Amy. Ooh, jeez. We have Caught in the Ruins. And that's right here with this producer, villain, and fork in the road. It's almost like someone, I mean, it almost feels like you cleaning up a mess because of someone, you know, like someone else left a mess or someone created a mess and you were left like holding the bag, right? Yeah. Archangel Michael and the Akashic field. I'm looking just at all of this green. Oh, I feel really sad. It's kind of like whatever this is, yeah, it required some type of healing, like heart healing or something like that with Archangel Michael with all of that green. Like it feels like there was, you know, some sense of like some type of betrayal or something. And you were left having to pick up the pieces to clean up the mess. Do I keep all of these? Yeah, we have Views of the Ego. We have The Buddha Prepares. And we have The Karmic Trench. Yeah, okay. So with Views of the Ego, it's like there has to be, or there had to be some type of shift, like you're being asked to shift the way that you're seeing yourself. I don't know if you were left feeling like a victim from whatever this is, you know, you like whatever this could have been that happened previously, but it's like you were required to look at self, how you see yourself, how you view yourself. You're being asked to like go within with this Buddha Prepares. There's something to do with like meditating, with meditation, possibly something to do with healing your heart and your crown. Let me see. Heart chakra. Yeah, so this is more about your heart chakra. I'm feeling like there's something to do with like you needing to meditate. And if you can, there's something with like looking, there's all kinds of videos and things on YouTube, but you can look for like something that heals the heart chakra. And with looking at how, talking about like you're having to change, you're being asked to like change how you view yourself in a situation with the karmic trench. This makes me feel like, like you were in the middle, or you've been in the middle of like recovering or like learning some type of lesson, or really it's like putting to work whatever these lessons were that you had to learn. You need to put those to good use, to put them to work. That means like whatever you learn from this previous situation, like don't just sit in it. Don't just sit as if you're a victim. Take notes of what it was that you learned, and you need to incorporate that. I'm hearing embed that, really, like it has something to do with how you're cleaning up, number one, your image, right? But also just kind of cleaning up your atmosphere, the people around you. At the bottom is treasure. Let me look at the top. Yeah, paths unknown is at the top, but we have the treasure, and it's like, it almost feels like this person, like it feels like it connects with this paths unknown, right? Because this person looks a little bit confused, like they don't know where to go. Like it's like they misplaced something. So I don't know if you feel like you've lost, kind of like your light, or a sense of like your light. You feel like you lost your ability to shine in some situation or some circumstance. But and I split the deck, and it says the master artisan. I'm getting the sense of like you are the master of your universe. Like you're able to really recreate your actual reality. Is there anything else with that? Okay. Let's see what we get with these. The other deck is money. This is a money deck, a money oracle deck. I'm hearing pick up the pieces, which, definitely aligns. We have precarious. It says there have been a lot of ups and downs with your finances. That's right there with this fork in the road. And at the bottom, it says settling. So I don't know if like, maybe you were like this is right here where I said it feels like there was someone like in your ear, right? This person was slowing you down. Something was slowing you down. And not only was it slowing you down kind of like in your actions, it may have had an impact on your finances, right? When I split the deck, there was business there. Yeah, perfection. And remember I said like, let me just ask. Is this an outside person? Okay. So it feels like this is some type of internal dialogue that you're having to fight against. That's really what that feels like, especially with this wisdom. Perfection, and then wisdom, perfectionism. It says, give up your perfectionism if it's causing delays in your finances. Designer. I'm getting the sense of like, just work on whatever it is that there's business again. But like if there's something that you're meant to, that you were wanting to create or build up or design or, whatever, just do it. It doesn't have to be perfect. I feel like, work on it, and, you can always make changes or corrections as you go. Yeah. But don't let another person or even your own thoughts deter you. Once you're able to overcome that, that's when you'll get to, like, you'll see things start to take off for you, right? But it's like you have to overcome whatever this is. Only you're going to know. I get the sense of this might be like your own internal dialogue, perhaps. something perhaps that you need to heal from, like, childhood or the past. But it could also be like a loved one, someone that you thought that was like really close to you. It could actually be a combination. But whatever this is, once you overcome that, once you conquer whatever these fears are, or these, perfectionist tendencies, things are going to take off for you. Like, you're going to start to get like, that's when it's kind of like then and only then your ancestors or your guides are able to step in and to assist you and help carry you, kind of like the rest of the way. But if you have thoughts that are, it doesn't even matter if it's coming from you internally or if it's coming externally, you have to be able to overcome whatever those negative thoughts, words, whatever that is. That's the only way that your actions are going to be able to change. Yeah, at the bottom we have planner. And and then we have health. Like, there could be some things that are being done that are like against your mental health or something like that. And you're being guided to, like, this meditation is what's going to really assist you, like, with improving, your thoughts or something. There's something to do with that. You have to overcome something. Yeah, we have silence. It says moving in silence while you continue to build. As you clean up whatever this is, right? You're not telling people, like, you don't need to shout it from the rooftops. Do this in silence. You don't need to call everybody up and be like, remember how you said blah, blah, blah. Look at me now, or watch me now, or watch how I do. No, just everything that you do it in silence. Because I'm getting the sense of, like, even if it was your own thinking, it's still like someone was in your ear. I still feel like someone was in your ear and something was leading you to have some type of negative thoughts or negative thinking with whatever this is. Whether this has to do, again, with, I feel like this is work or business, but, same thing. It could be relationship. It could be all of those things. Like, only you are going to know, like, what area of your life this fits, right? Yeah. And there's something about science. I feel like there's something that you need to kind of research. And also I'm getting the sense of, like, being more like in your logical, like balancing in a lot more of the logical part of yourself, as opposed to always going by just the heart. Like, yes, listen to your intuitive nudges and your intuitive guidance or whatever. But it's kind of like, with this right here where we talked about, it feels like you're doing something against your highest and greatest good, for, like, either for the benefit of someone else, because of the goodness of your heart. Like, there's something to do with that, right? And so if that's what you're doing, that's you making decisions based off of the heart, even though it may not be in your best interest. And you're being asked to, like, that doesn't behoove you. Okay. That's not going to help you with whatever this is. Yeah. We have spirituality at the top. It says use money, magical spells to increase wealth and prosperity. And it makes me feel like, this has something more to do with, like, your thoughts and your words. Manifesting with your thoughts and your words. And remember, we talk about, like, in the other readings, I've talked about how how important your feelings are, which is why, like, working on that heart chakra is going to be beneficial. And also cutting out wherever these negative thoughts are coming from, you need to, like, cut that off, cut that out, right? Okay, let me see. Yeah, business has been trying to come out. It says, do not be intimidated to enter the world of business. You got this. You got this. Right? A lot of ups and downs with your finances. Give your perfectionism. Give up your perfectionism, and then business. Yeah. Something has been slowing you down when it comes to, like, work or business. We have unlocking What was locked can now be opened. And we have helper. What did I say? You have like some type of ancestors or guides. They are really wanting to step in and guide you and help you and assist you. But you also, it's kind of like you have to make sure, I split the deck and there's that spirituality again. You have to make sure that you're doing your part. It's kind of like, don't just sit and ask for, help and you're not going to do anything. Like if you know that you're having negative thoughts, like if your thoughts are wavering, when your thoughts waver, there's something that you need to do to counteract or counterattack those negative thoughts, right? It doesn't mean sit and feel, bad for it or anything like that. But it's like you need to actually make you need to have a plan of like, okay, when I start to think or feel this way, I'm going to do X, Y, and Z. I'm going to journal. I'm going to listen to this heart chakra healing music, meditation music. I'm going to listen to, self-concept, subliminal, like whatever it is that you choose to do. I'm going to go outside in nature. I'm going to go for a walk in the park. But it's like it's like you need to have an actual plan of action. Yeah. And I was guided to look like we have growth. This is about, oh my gosh. Okay, there's the past. I was about to say, this is not about like what happened before in your past. This is about making sure that you're focusing on growth. I'm hearing on baby steps, like just as long as you're taking steps, forward movement, it doesn't matter how small. The name of the game is like making progress, making improvements. And not beating yourself up when you feel like, oh, I should already have X, Y, and Z, but I don't. Like, no. Oh, wow. Yeah, we have shift. Taking your career in a totally different direction. So you're being asked to take some type of pivot, either like you're holding on to a job or something that was not meant for you, holding on to people that are not serving you, that do not benefit you, or holding on to thoughts that are holding you back, that are not benefiting you, possibly something to do with being a perfectionist. Letting that stop you from, moving forward or, at an accelerated rate is what I'm feeling like. Yeah. But what did I say? I heard baby steps. We have easy does it. It does not have to be perfect. And it doesn't you don't have to go full speed ahead. We have student. Take some time to learn a little bit, do some research, learn a little bit about what's going to help you. And this could be with a business that you're working on. This could be with something to do with manifesting or with changing and improving your mindset. How to overcome perfectionist tendencies. You're going to have to take it easy on yourself and take some time to do some research or do some studying. Or if you're doing something new, if you're shifting or pivoting into something new, give yourself some grace. Show yourself some grace. Yeah. Don't be so hard on yourself. Do not beat yourself up. Oh, geez. So I'm not keeping this one because it fell on the floor. But of course, let's look at it. Yeah, we have investment. And it feels like perhaps you have not been investing in yourself, in your personal growth and development, or something like that, the way that you should. At the top is offering. I don't know if you're always offering to help other people or investing in other people before you're doing so for yourself. You're investing in others, putting into others and not really putting into yourself. But that is that's not what we're doing, right? This is about making sure that you're stepping into this energy where you're focusing on self. It's focus on yourself. Make sure that all of your needs are met before you start to even think about helping other people with, what they have going on. Yeah, we have health. We have health. Even if this is something that you're working on, either you're working on a health related business, healing business, or if this just has to do with making improvements to your own health. Don't share what you're doing with other people. I'm being guided to share with you. I remember, being married, and I was, there was a point where, like I felt like I was really overweight, and I knew that one habit that I needed to kick was Diet Coke. Like I was drinking so much soda, eating ice cream. It was ice cream chips. I was just overindulging, right? And so it's funny though, because it seemed like my ex, like we would always talk about how, we needed to be healthier, and especially myself, right? Needed to make better decisions, fix my habits, get rid of some habits that I had. And it's like, but when I actually decided to do it, like, okay, well, I'm going to diet, or I'm going to change, I'm going to change my diet. Well, what I noticed was, my ex would actually start bringing me the foods that I was pretty much addicted to, the foods that I needed to let go of. Like when I wasn't trying to diet, if I say, hey, hun, can you stop at the store and get me some ice cream, or, whatever, if he's tired, it's like, oh my gosh, like, oh, I just want to, blah, blah, blah. But then it was like when I said I was going to change my diet and make improvements, self-improvements, it was like every day without asking, I was getting chips, I was getting French fries, I was getting soda, and so it's kind of like at one point I'm like, okay, I feel like you're kind of trying to sabotage my attempts at improving my health. But had I never told him like, hey, I'm going to start to be healthy, or I'm going to make these changes to improve my health, like he would have never known, right? To start sneaking in goodies to me to try to thwart, my progress. And I don't even know, I'm not saying, like, I don't know if they knew that that's what they were doing, but essentially that is what happened, right? Whether it was intentional or not. Okay, so, yeah. So let's go ahead. Oh, geez. We have I am celebrated. And that's here with this with this one that I'm going to call it self-sabotage, because I just don't, that's weird to me. But the way that they had it worded with the description, right? It seemed more like self-sabotage. So it feels like one of the things that you can do is make sure that you are actually consciously making the decision to celebrate your successes, right? Especially if you are struggling or dealing with something, with some type of perfectionist tendencies, right? Yeah. We have, I am responsible for my life. And does it matter? Let me see. No, okay, it doesn't matter which way. So with I am responsible for my life, earlier I talked about it felt like, like someone may have betrayed you, or there was something that, left you feeling betrayed, feeling like a victim. And this is about making sure that, not only you're taking everything, like viewing it from a different perspective as like, this is some type of lesson that I was meant to learn, but focusing on things that you can control with your life, being responsible for your life, and only focusing in, honing in on what you can control. Because focusing on, like, if it was another person external to you doing something, saying something to you, you don't have control over that person, but you do have control as to whether or not you allow that person access to you. Like, the only way they can be in your ear is if you let them, right? I'm hearing lend me your ear, right? And it could, and that also even makes me think about maybe they weren't doing, I don't know, it's like projecting. Someone could have been projecting like their negative thoughts or fears onto you, and you're just soaking it all in. Yeah, we have at the bottom, I have permission, and that makes me go back to this perfectionist. Just know that you have permission to do great things. You also have permission to not have to be perfect, to make mistakes. Yeah, and you have permission to take charge of your life. You don't have to give all of your time and energy and focus to people external to yourself. Like, and I'm sorry, but even if you have kids, you have to make sure that you are fulfilled so that you can give to your kids from a space of joy and happiness. And that's like the best gift that, you know, you could give to them, or like to a significant other or a family member or a friend, right? But you have to make sure that your needs are being met. Yeah. And we have I am authentic. This is about being true to yourself. And notice at the bottom we have I change my thoughts. And we have I am sacred. So it feels like remembering who you are, who you really are. Is there anything else? No. I get that this is everything. These are the messages for you. So I hope that everything was helpful. And I hope that you enjoyed your reading. Thank you for joining Cancerian Chronicles, for joining the community. And I am so happy that you're here. And yeah, I'm wishing you the absolute best. I love you and have a beautiful day. Bye now. Mwah.